Hello and welcome to this Minecraft survival let's play in 1.18 here at our Badlands base. The Badlands base is coming along. Today it's episode 20, guys. My gosh, I have been a busy bee since we started. And today we are going to celebrate by building our storage system up there. Very epic build. We'll see how far we can get, really. Yeah, I have some updates first though. I've just had COVID recently here. Not very nice. I was out of it. I'm still got the snuffles a bit. I was out of it for 3 or 4 days. Yeah, and not very well at all. Not nice. I mean, nothing dangerous or anything. Just like a normal, but really irritating cold or flu. Yeah, this is the first day I'm feeling like a human being again. It's so nice. Oh, I hate being ill. In my illness, I haven't been able to sit at the computer or anything, so I have that feeling, you know, when you're not quite comfortable with what you're doing here. So I need to just do some farming. To get into the swing of things, and then we're gonna get building. Before I got COVID, I did plant these things down though, because we need end rods for our build today. And so I had to make some. That's nice. We got over a stack of little spiky things. We need to really automate that thing. There's so much we need to do, really, honestly. We need to automate this. All the things need to be automated, you know. And this here, we can talk about this. I've made some experiments. This is my very loud sea pickle farm, automatic. There we go. It needs bone meal in here, of course, but it'll just automatically harvest stuff for us. And this is our little cocoa nano farm, which also needs bone meal, and then we get automatic cocoa beans there. And I want to talk you through a modification or two I made to the squid farm that we made last time. Over here, right? So I discovered a problem, I think. And the problem is that if we have no block here, the little axolotls try to get up onto the hoppers, and they sort of get stuck there. So they will get stuck on the edge here. And then they wouldn't fish, so they need somewhere to get up on. So I placed a row of ice, moved the hoppers out a block, and it now works. If we could look at this here, yeah, you saw that actually slid across the ice and right into the water. And this is working great. Now the only thing that is that we toss something in here. You'll see that it floats up slowly, and it gets swept away then, right? Oh, no, that worked. Oh, okay. Well, sometimes anyway, it floats down again here, and then it has to flow up and then in. Which is also fine. It just takes a little bit longer. Oh, no. I broke the glass again. I keep doing that. But yeah, as you can see, I've been AFK a little bit here. And we're getting lots of ink sacs. And with the sea pickle farm and the cocoa farm, although they're not in their final placement yet, I would say we now have flower farms and dye farms for every conceivable thing we can make dye out of that we can farm. And do you think that's random, guys? Do you think that's random that I start out a series by doing this? No, it is not. It has to do with this, of course. We want to build with colorful blocks and that sort of stuff. So that's why we've been doing that. And we also want to build with a lot with concrete, and so, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. Anyway, guys, let's talk a little bit about this storage building. It's going to be very, very epic. I've spent lots of time gathering materials before I got ill, and it's going to be up here. Stop shooting at me, mate. And we're going to have to terraform this landscape lots. And I'm starting to get some sort of feels for how we can do that in a sensible manner. So that's something we're gonna have to get back to. Today we're just gonna plonk the storage up, the building around it anyway, and hopefully we'll actually have enough materials to actually do some of the storage in it as well, so you can see what that looks like. But yeah, this circle here was my original idea. That's far too small, so that's gonna have to go. But it is going to be roughly where the circle is. And you know what? I have done some things, right? I have installed a light overlay little thing, so we can see where things are light enough and things. And of course, nothing is lit up here, so that's fine. I've installed some other little mods as well, fabric mods. I don't know that we have a shulker box. Let's plonk one down. Yeah, we can now see what's in the shulker boxes, even though, you know, we don't open them, which is super handy. Now let's see here. That's the wrong pick. I can't make the same mistake twice in the same intro. So up here, right? And then we're gonna have this view when we come out the front door. And the jungle over here, we're gonna have to clear out some of this terrain so we can see properly. And it's gonna sit like inside, half inside of this hill, in this sort of area here. But another thing that I've done is install Lightmatica and the replay mod. So we're gonna get to see this being built in the replay fashion. I don't think we need to wait. I think we just need to get on with it. Yeah, first epic build of the season coming up. There we go. That's built then. I'm going home. Oh, honestly, guys, this took so long, and this just goes to show how rusty I got. Just in like 4 days, I started digging this out from the bottom, like an idiot, right? But here's the area anyway. I figured I have to show you. You know, there's some blocks up here I probably have to remove as we go up, but we'll do that as we go along. I figured I'd have to show you. You know, the digging process here, and also why I chose this location. That's our Cactus Farm, and in fact, let's go and see if we can possibly repair our picks, because they are both yeah, they're both on singing on the last verse, as it were. Oh yeah, and I have to show you one more thing actually. I've built another very big bamboo farm here, and so now we actually have more fuel than we know what to do with. Let's see if we can go into it here maybe. Yeah, so it's just a big one like this, and it listens up there, and then it just uses the leaf trick here to decapitate bamboo. Yeah, log is in the system now. Oh well. And so that means that we have too much bamboo and too little cactus currently in the system. But that's fine. That's probably the way you want it, really. And we have 2 here, so that are free. Let's see. Is this the Silk Touch pick? No. Let's start with the Silk Touch pick, because that is the most important one. Fully healed that one. Fully healed that one too. Now, this is actually not that fast, so I don't think I can reliably use this, you know what I mean? For all my experience needs, but it's certainly very good for just this sort of stuff, topping up your tools and that sort of stuff. Yeah, so we're very near, that's what I'm trying to say here, we're very near the Cactus Farm in our storage system, so that'll be running all the time we're in there. Which, of course, you know how it gets. You're in your storage system lots, faffing around with things. Anyway, guys, I waffled on for too long. Let's actually start building this thing now. Well, how about that, guys? Oh my gosh, it is a massive build, and it looks so small. Ah, you know, we have the world limit here, new world limit, 350 something blocks, right? I don't even know what it is. And I figured, you know what, I need to build big this season. I need to get up there to the world limit. This is not even up to the old world limit, for Pete's sakes. Oh. But it looks glorious though. I love it. I love how it looks. It sits like it really, really stands out in the Badlands environment, right? That's what I want to say. And it's our new storage room, and it'll be awesome because it's quite big as well. We'll have a look and talk through the big ideas here that I have with this room. But I just want to get a few angles in here for you. Obviously, there are things we can polish, like there are these massive, like single colored surfaces, and depending on how we go about with the sort of story behind the culture that lives here, this alien high-tech culture, right? Like this wall here is the men's. And also I didn't put the windows in back here because I thought that this was going to be sort of covered by this hill. But it turns out I probably need to put a few in, which is fine, we'll do that. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for this culture, it's I'm thinking like the Proton of StarCraft maybe, or something like that. And yeah, here we go in. And it's not finished on the inside. There are two reasons for that. First one is copper. I have plenty of copper, right? But it's so slow to oxidize. Look, I have a whole field of it up over here. And yeah, to start the roof here, or the ceiling, we need another row of copper blocks sort of on top of these here. And then we can start the ceiling. And what my idea for the ceiling is that it's supposed to look like the inside of the Cloud City. Right? So it's supposed to go up like in a very funnel-like way. And that's because I want to be able to fly right up there and come in that way as well, right? And I'm experiencing some problems designing this shape, so we'll get back to it later when we have the copper and all that lot. But what's the big idea here? You see there are mysterious lamps, there are lots of hoppers, there's chests, and all sorts of things, right? Well, the idea can be summarized thusly. I want to always be able to have a shulker box of things, and if I come in here, let's say this is our, I don't know, log storage, oak logs, let's say. No, let's say it's terracotta, right? If I come in from a hard day out working, I want to be able to toss my things in here, right? Like that. And they will then end up in the shulker box. And then when I come in here another time and I think, well, you know what, some terracotta would be nice. All I do is I chuck this up and I go out and build. And then when I come back, I can place it back, right? So we can have, of course, have item frames here on the copper blocks. But the other idea is I can have, like in my ender chest, I can have my terracotta box, and I'm like, okay, this needs topping up, right? I need to fill it up, so I'm plonking that down there, and then I'm taking my other terracotta box, and off I go, right? So I can have duplicates of things as well. That's the big idea here with these sections here, right? What's with the lamps then? Well, with the lamps, the big idea is bulk storage, right? Let's say that this is our, well, we'll use terracotta as an example again. Let's say this is our undyed terracotta storage, right? We have all this stuff in here, and we still have a shulker box down here. But there's in fact like 5 or 6 double chests worth of this stuff. We can sort of see it. Let's see here. If we go behind the scenes here, we can sort of see it. Oh, here, right? So all these chests feed into the shulker box, which is at the end of that hopper there. So yeah, it's bulk storage for some items. I like the idea of bulk storage, but I want to have it not in a particular place. I want to have it in the same place as everything else, right? And so once the shulker box is full and the chest behind it is starting to get full, this lamp will turn on, indicating that we're all right for whatever resource is here, right? And once that lamp turns on, we are nearing full status, right? And then we can of course look in this chest and see if this is sort of half full. Then we know that, well, you know what, we need to have some bulk storage somewhere. So yeah, that's the idea with these two things. There's 2 rows of these things, so the other shulker boxes will hang out like this, which is just because when we break them, we want them to fall down and not get stuck or anything like that. So like that and like that. That's what it's going to look like all around here, hopefully, when we're finished with this. But of course, we need to make some end trips here now, because now I've built myself into a system where I need lots and lots of shulker boxes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 16 shulker boxes. 17, 18. There's 19 shulker boxes, in fact, on each quadrant here. So let's say 20, 40, 60, 80 shulker boxes. And I need to be able to duplicate at least half of those. So I need around 120 shulker boxes, and I have around 80. So we need to make a couple of end trips. That's fine. I like doing that anyway. I need to get some backup elytras and some bits like that. But you know what? The other thing with this storage system, this symbolizes that here's where our crafting is gonna take place. We're gonna have more sort of crafting stations around here, and that'll be fine. Another thing with the storage is that it's a lot of chests, right, and a lot of space, but it's really compact. I like the shape of it. It's like an oval type shape. And the only problem here is these bulk storage chests up here. I have to actually turn those stairs around because I have this weird kind of corner here. And I debated whether I should like add a block or something, but I really want this exit here. And we're going to talk more about that in a second. So it's going to have to be like this, but it's fine. I mean, I could remove this, but I really want the bulk storage options there. There's 3 on each side, so that's 12 bulk storage items. And I have a list of 8, I think, that I definitely want in here. So yeah, that's the main entrance. There's a side entrance here. I've plugged it up for now because it's kind of dangerous out here. But this leads conveniently over to our iron farm just down the hill here. Yeah, down there. Right. And it's going to lead to some more farms later on as well. But then there's 2 more exits we need to talk about. The back entrance here is meant for, I'm going to make a shaft down here, and we're going to be able to fly down here into the rest of our base. You know, we can get some XP, we can visit some farms over there. This is going to be a farm area, and it's going to look super snazzy. Especially because we're overlooking this massive cave over there. And so I like the idea of being able to fly around my base, right? So I'm going to try and accommodate for that wherever possible. Where's this, you wonder? Well, this is the 4th exit, the one to the left. And I figured we need to have stairs down into the caves as well. And also, this is going to lead down into here to a smelter that we're going to have to set up. Because we're like, I'm smelting one thing at a time at the moment, and it's starting to irk me. So that's that. Now there's some side places here. This is just storage. And this is storage as well for now, but I might make this into a bedroom or something like that. And then we have 2 on each side here as well. And they are, like, they look quite quirky now, but we can actually fit in more of our basic design here. Chest, hopper, shulker box. We can actually fit in more of those here. We can have 1, 2, 3, and then we would have to put some blocks here, right? And we can actually, even if we want to make it really tight quarters and we need the space, we can make 3 here as well. And I think just on this side here, we could actually make another one here. And it's the same with this area here. And I think it's the same at the moment with these areas too. But I want to have some other bits and bobs. Also, it's more crammed in here because we have the lights. I want to have some other bits and bobs in here maybe. Some armor stands here maybe or something like that. With gear. And, well, you get the idea. It's like smaller storage areas for specialized goods, right? And yeah, that's the build. Oh, I'm so pleased. What do you think of the floor? It's cyan terracotta. It's neutral as heck, and it goes really well with the light gray concrete. And also, I want to know what you think of the purple and the copper, because it's kind of colorful, isn't it? Even though the basis of this build is kind of like gray, white, you know, things like that. As we get in, we get a dash of color. I will say though that with item frames on pretty much all of the copper blocks here, it's gonna get toned down a little bit. Yeah. There we go. But guys, my voice is breaking up. I'm obviously still not over COVID completely. There are some after effects. So we're gonna have to wrap it up for today. I just wanted to fly around a bit and show you how this looks from greater distance. Thing is, it's deceptive, right? We are at great distance here. And it's still very prominent. And there's a spider farm. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!